Dear Heavenly Father, God, I thank you for this day you give us, Lord. Thank you for the many blessings you provide for us each and every day. I ask that you place a hedge of protection around each team, God, and ultimately let them play for you, Lord. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
And now, starting lineups. First, the visiting Falcons. At center, number 3, Harrison Lutz. And outside, number 4, Sonny Green. At middle, number 5, Fabio Dunes. At middle, number 7, Evan Blair. And outside, number 13, Jonathan Martinez. And outside, number 21, Dan Tininsky. At libero, number 1, Kevin Evan. The Falcons coach by Paul Lawson, assisted by Chris Kimura. And now, the starting lineups. For the North Greenville Crusaders. At center, number 5, Alexander Schmidt. At left side, number 8, Connor Ryan. At outside, number 11, Caleb Arliss. At middle, number 13, Lulu. At middle, number 15, Matthew McMurray. And outside, number 18, John Child. At libero, number 2, Dustin King. Continuing coached by Fred McAfield in his second season in North Greenville. He's assistant by Aaron Schmidt.
Welcome everyone to the start of an exciting new season for North Greenville men's volleyball, now getting ready to begin their second full season of competition. It's going to be a great one to start off against a conference powerhouse like Pfeiffer University. The Pfeiffer Falcons in the house today. On Saturday afternoon to take on North Greenville. We'll be here with you to carry this ball game through its duration. A lot of new additions to this North Greenville squad, and I have to say my highlight would be number 12, Aaron Campbell. I got to see him in the Clemson scrimmage back in October or November, and as a freshman, he's young, but he has some talent, especially in that left arm of his.
That left hand adds an extra dimension to the game. When you're going up to block, you have to be very aware of where he's going to hit from his left hand. You have to block a little bit farther to the outside or inside, depending on where he is on the court. And it's just something that you can use to catch other teams off guard.
You've also got some returners like Dustin King and Matthew McManaway. They got named the third team All-Conference Carolinas. They're back on the squad. And Luga Vailu'u gets us started with a point for North Greenville. Good to see him back. The sophomore out of Hawaii.
Wow reports this team is a much better team than they were last year. I'm not surprised they've added a little bit of experience. We can look for them to be better closers. It's something they struggled with late in the year last year. And they've had another year to grow together, and 18, John Childs, looks like he could be quite a threat anywhere on the court.
It's a graduate transfer out of Clemson, but from Greenville. Number 4 for Pfeiffer, Sonny Harini, serves for the Falcons. Over the far side, Connor Ryan tries to lob it over. He won't get it. Foul called against Pfeiffer. It'll go to North Green. Point will go to North Greenville. Crusaders go up 2-1. Here's Vailu'u. Can't get it to drop on the back line. It goes out. Service error, point goes to Pfeiffer. Both teams bring a 1-0 record into this matchup. North Greenville taking down Limestone in an exciting 5-set match. Here's McManaway at the net. Point goes to Pfeiffer.
That's a great example of North Greenville being able to close now. That was something that they struggled with last year, but to take a good team like Limestone to 5 sets and come out with a victory, that's something that we probably would not have seen out of them last year.
And then Blair can't get it to drop on the back line. Ties the ball game up at 3. That last foul against Matthew McManaway was a double hit. So here's Ryan back to serve. Connor Ryan, one of those returning starters from the inaugural squad, sophomore. And McManaway stuffs the Pfeiffer player. Number 13, Jonathan Martinez at the net. McManaway no longer the tallest player on this squad. He has some other guys that'll give him a run for his money in height. Actually, according to the roster, he is still the tallest player listed at 6'7". Point to Pfeiffer as they smoke one into the near side corner.
However, last year he was the only tall player on the roster, so he stood out a lot more. And now we've got Childs, and Kyle Brandt, number 17, is on the bench right now, is also 6'6".
Yeah, both those guys listed at 6'6". Childs saves it. Now here comes a shot that cannot be saved by Pfeiffer. Number 11, Caleb Arliss, sophomore out of Windsor, Connecticut, gets the point. Arliss back to serve. Sends it into play. Here comes the set. Harrison Lutz. Nice dig by King. Whistle. And a point to Pfeiffer. We're ready for Martinez to serve. Sends this one in. King gets to it. Here comes the set. Far side McManaway. Partially blocked. Pfeiffer has a chance to return. This one punched over. Nice save by Childs. Ryan gets a chance to return. Can't get it to drop. And Pfeiffer goes up by 1. Martinez out of the backcourt. Well, Greenville takes it back. Here's McManaway to serve. Line drive at the net. Here comes Pfeiffer. Blocked right back over. They've got to get it over. And Harini punches it over. And a foul against Pfeiffer will give North Greenville the ball. McManaway again to serve. Harini gets it to bounce off McManaway. And Pfeiffer hanging around in this thing.
we're at 7 points apiece so far, and the later we get into this game without a team being able to break out, it's going to come down to whoever can manage to get on a solid run first.
You got to win a match by 2. So far, nobody really unable to get a good run piece together. Another service error against Pfeiffer. Fabio Denise sends it out of the backcourt.
But service errors have hurt both of these teams early on, and that's something that North Greenville struggled with last year. And we'll see how that improves throughout the year. This is just their second game.
And Alexander Shinzing gets that to drop in the corner pocket. Going to be North Greenville getting an ace. 2-point run for North Greenville. Shinzing, line drive serve again. Here comes the set, and Harini gets it to bounce off Childs, but it goes back over the net. Harini again gets it to bounce off by Lu'u's block, and that's a point to the Falcons. Got number 3, Harrison Lutz, up front setting for the Falcons, and he's back to serve this time. Here comes a set by Shinzing. Childs takes the point. Childs showing some power. Great to see that. Childs goes back to serve with North Greenville up 2. Here comes the set by Lutz. Near side, Harini right in on the backcourt line. And so far, it looks like Sonny Harini, senior out of New Zealand, is leading this Falcon squad here through the early part of the game.
Last year, he did this at the Pfeiffer game as well. We called his name a lot, and if I remember correctly, I believe Pfeiffer came out with a victory in that one, and a large part was due to Harini.
Connor Ryan gets blocked. King saves it. Now here's Arles, and he's stuffed. Dan Tinsky, 6'4", sends it back. Tie ball game at 10. Harini goes back to serve. Move this one in. King handles it. Here comes the set by Shinzing. Arles gets it over. Harini up into the roof. Keeps it off the rafters though. That one partially blocked. King comes flying up to handle that one. And here's Childs. Can't get good contact. Sails out. Point to Pfeiffer. And that shot reminded me of the wild card here in Hayes Gymnasium. Low ceiling, low rafters. And they can either help or hurt you. It just basically really comes down to the bounce.
It does. I remember, I just thought of the same thing, getting to talk about the rafters again. And just on the left side of the court, you've got the basketball goal. You'll see it bounce up in between that and the ceiling. On the right side, you've got more rafters than you do on the left side. And it really just depends on how the ball bounces. And there's no advantage whatsoever in this gym.
Even though it's Hayes Gymnasium and it's where North Greenville plays, it is not a home court advantage. Except for on that shot, that one came back to bite Pfeiffer. Lutz couldn't handle it as it bounced off the roof. And North Greenville inches back out in front.
The rule is if it bounces off the roof and comes back down on your side of the net, you get to continue hitting if you still have some of your 3 hits remaining. However, if it bounces off the roof of the rafters and comes down on your opponent's side of the court, it's a dead ball on your opponent's point.
That serve trailing the far sideline, couldn't get in. It'll go back to Pfeiffer. Service. Now Shinzing will set. Here comes McManaway. Harini with the save, up off the rafters. Pfeiffer's ready for it this time. And it's just sent back over by Denise. Now here's Arles. He gets it in. Squeezed it in between Denise and Tinsky. And Caleb Arles looking pretty good here for North Greenville.
He did look good. He's new. He's a transfer here. He didn't play last year, and looks like they're happy to have his help this year. But let's not let Alex Shinzing's set go unnoticed. That was an incredibly difficult set to go back set to the far side of the court. He had a hitter in front of him and a hitter directly behind him, and he went far side to Arles.
Tough situation, but North Greenville takes a point. Pfeiffer took that last one, and we're tied up at 13. Here's Tinsky on the serve. Arliss able to get to it. Now here's Ryan. He'll send it into the net. Pfeiffer seesaws back out front. Dan Tinsky back to serve. Floats it up, sends it in. Shinzing tries to do a quick hit. Pfeiffer's ready for it. They've got 3 guys up front. Here's Arliss again. Nobody home in the middle, though. And Arliss again takes another point home for North Greenville. Arliss goes back to serve. Nice high serve. Not in bounds, though. Now Martinez goes back for the Falcons. King looks to Shinzing. Here near side. Childs out. No good. Actually, no, they change it back. It was touched by a Pfeiffer player. Well, Pfeiffer trying to plead their case. Head coach Paul Lawson in his 3rd season comes out to talk with the officials. Looks like they're going to stay with the ruling that a point will be for North Greenville. It's going to be crucial. That makes it tied up at 15. McManaway floats it in, and Pfeiffer goes back out in front. Now Denise back. Sends this one in, and this one high and out.
Service errors are keeping both teams from being able to really get out to a lead in the game. You get the point, which means you get the serve, and you've got to be able to convert on that serve to keep going on a run. And so far, neither team has been able to do that.
Trying to shake off some rust and get back into regular season form. Harini not showing any ill effects. Tiptoes the far side and gets that one to drop in. Luth serves in. Arliss to Shinzing. Now Vailu gets blocked back. It goes out of bounds. That would be North Greenville point. Tinsky and Blair up front blocking for the Falcons.
Very fortunate for North Greenville. That landed just out. There was nobody behind the 10-foot line that was going to be able to get to that. And very lucky for North Greenville they came away with a smoke there.
And this one goes over and drops right in front of Vailu. Couldn't handle it.
Looked like that caught Blue off guard just a little bit. It was deceptively thought it was going to land on the other side of the net. And it came down right in front of him.
High serve by Harini. Tiptoes the net. And drops in for an ace. Pfeiffer is out front by 2.
Look for Coach Battenfield to call a timeout if Pfeiffer comes away with a point here.
Harini serves to King. Shinzing looks near side. Here's Arliss. He's blocked. And just like I said, Caleb, Coach Battenfield signals timeout. He'll use one of his 2 timeouts. You are allowed for a set. And at 2017, North Greenville down to Pfeiffer here on the North Greenville Sports Network. back to action as the Pfeiffer Falcons have a 3-point lead in this men's volleyball contest over North Greenville. Coach Battenfield called a timeout to try and get his squad back into it. And Pfeiffer looking to return. Sonny Harini leading the way. And Pfeiffer goes up by 4. He's been the guy so far for Pfeiffer, and he is back to serve. Here's Harini to King. Shinzing looking to set. Vailu, nobody home in the middle for Pfeiffer, and Vailu drops it in there. Vailu was one of the heavy hitters last year on the first-year squad for North Greenville. And can't get that one to drop in for an ace. It's out. Pfeiffer is 3 away from a set win. Here comes Evan Blair. Goes back, and another timeout called. I think that was North Greenville's second timeout.
Watch Coach Battenfield's team running out of time here to get back in this set. If they don't do it the next 2 points, it's probably going to be the set will go to Pfeiffer.
And it's important for a set one victory, obviously, because that can set the tone for the way you play the rest of the match.
Absolutely, as you go through the match, you get worn down a little bit more. You're playing 4, 5 matches. I mean, North Greenville's shown that they can win a match in 5, something they struggled with a lot last year. But you don't want to get down because then you're playing from behind, and it's not like scoring another touchdown in football. You actually have to win the whole set. You have to win the next one and the one after that. And you're just playing. You don't want to ever play the game from behind. It's a good principle for just about any sport, really, except maybe NASCAR.
Yeah, you may have a point there. It's good to see North Greenville not only keep mentioning the Limestone game, get that 5-set win, but beat a conference opponent. A good way to start off your season.
Absolutely, North Greenville struggled in conference play last year. Did pretty well outside of conference play, but you got to win those conference games if you want to make the tournament.
And even as a first-year squad, they did. They got the final spot in the 8-team tournament. As Ryan gets it to drop it. No, he didn't. Point to Pfeiffer, now 2 away. And it was Pfeiffer that North Greenville had to go and play last year, as Pfeiffer was the #1 seed in the men's volleyball tournament for Conference Carolinas. Here's Arliss. This one up, able to be saved by Lutz. And now Pfeiffer gets blocked. Martinez blocked by McManaway. That's a point North Greenville desperately needed. Substitution, Ryan goes out as Silas Jenkins now comes in. Jenkins sends it up. Pfeiffer some low hits, but Martinez sends it over up off the block of McManaway and Arliss. And it will now be set point, 24-19 for Pfeiffer. Tinsky back to send it in. Here comes Arliss for North Greenville. Gets it in past a diving Kevin Eklund. Libero, the senior libero for Pfeiffer. North Greenville hanging on. It's a 4-point lead for Pfeiffer, still at set point, now 24-20. North Greenville out of timeouts in this first set. Arliss. Harini saves it. And here's Martinez far side, up off the block. Jenkins one-handed save. McManaway flips it over, and it's a point for North Greenville.
Nice tap over by McManaway as he's spinning around before he tapped it down. Way to maintain focus on the ball and where you are in the court.
North Greenville needs to keep the rally going. Here's Arliss back. Sends it in. Barini, Lutz, and a short hit shot taken by Pfeiffer. North Greenville's ready for it. Here's Childs, and he gets stuffed by Lutz and Denise. And that'll be a set point for Pfeiffer, 25-21. That's the score here in set number 1. Pfeiffer wins it, and they go up 1-0 against North Greenville. So we'll head to set number 2 here on the North Greenville Sports Network, as across the way, the softball team taking in men's volleyball action as they get ready to open their season at the new softball field built just across Highway 414. As you'll see during our break footage, that is now the old softball field. They're excited to open up new facilities here at North Greenville. So we'll step away. North Greenville falls in the first set to Pfeiffer, 25-21. We'll see what they can do in set number 2 here on the North Greenville Sports Network. I think we have a in-between set interview with head coach Battenfield. We now go ahead and send it down to our sideline reporter, Gabby Frinelli.
Thank you guys so much. I'm here with Dr. Battenfield. Thank you so much for being here with me. So if I did my research correctly, last time we played Pfeiffer, it was a tough game for our boys. What do you think they need to bring to the court today to get the victory?
Well, Pfeiffer's one of the best volleyball teams in the country. They're number 1 in our conference, defending champions. They went and played the eventual national champions in the tournament last year. 7 seniors are very experienced, and it showed up in those last few points. We're tied at 17. We're right there with them. We make a few mistakes, and they beat us. And so, we've got to focus a little bit more and just be a little more aggressive on our attack.
All right, thank you so much. What players can we look out for that are going to be a really big help for the team today?
Lou Vailu'u and Matt McManaway need to pick it up in the middle a little bit. They're beating us in the middle. We've got to be a little bit more aggressive and out of the middle of the net so it opens up our outside hitters. We just have not done that. We made a few mistakes late, and it cost us the game. But we'll get there.
We're excited to watch the rest of the game. It's a lot of excitement on the court, and we'll see you next set. Thank you very much. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Gabby. Good to hear from Coach Battenfield in between sets. And he mentioned McManaway and Vailu'u and Pfeiffer beating them in the middle of the court area, and that will be an area of emphasis to watch for North Greenville. Mostly it's been Sonny Harini doing it. Also, Jonathan Martinez catching up with play late and coming up with some key points for Pfeiffer.
As we go through the season, I think we'll see this team get more experience. They're still young. A lot of them are sophomores, and I think it'll be. We should see them get better. But he's talking about tied 17-17, but you got to be able to play when it counts, and those are those last few points. Another thing you watch out for is probably going to tell his team when they're all up at the net, someone's got to get back on those serves. You don't want to have a bunch of people all tied up right there at the net.
And North Greenville, no stranger to opening up the season with tough competition. Last year, they opened up with the preseason #1 Pepperdine University out of Malibu, California. They came across the country to Spartanburg, and North Greenville played them, opened up the season actually at the Upward Star Center. And Pepperdine won both games as they came back here to Tigerville to play. And now this season, the second season of competition, North Greenville opens up with the Conference Carolinas champion, who, as Coach Battenfield mentioned, they went and played the eventual national champion. So the squad is talented. And Coach Lawson returns a few starters from last year, actually quite a few. Lutz is a senior, Harini a senior, Denise a senior, Eklund a senior, Hamilton a senior. We'll see if he gets in on the action. Martinez, another senior, so a lot of senior leadership for the Falcons. Ready for the second set. Shenzing to start us off. Here comes the set. Harini picks right back up where he left off. Gets a point for Pfeiffer. They go up 1-0. Here comes Lutz to serve. King handles it. Shenzing will set. Vailu'u blocked. Actually, no. Point to North Greenville, though.
It's important that North Greenville not let players like Sonny Harini get into a rhythm. And they're the leaders of the team. Pfeiffer just came off, and they finished this last set with a win. and you don't want them to get into a rhythm early on, get out to a run. If they do, it could be the end of the game for you early in the second set, because you don't want, if you get down 2-0, it's going to be very hard to come back and win.
Another point to Pfeiffer, as you just saw something you don't see every day. Eklund had a one-handed dig that went straight up in the air, didn't hit anything, and came back down. Pfeiffer was able to cash in and get the point. And a rare service error by Sonny Harini. Will give North Greenville able to earn the serve back. Tie ball game at 2. Here's Vau back. Sends it in. And popped right back by Connor Ryan as Harini came up with a hot-handed dig and back to the other side of the net for Ryan. Vau back-to-back serves. Harini, Lutz, and now Martinez out of bounds. Point to North Greenville. That'll give Vau 3 straight serves. So far rolling pretty good for NGU. Sends it in. Eklund again pops it straight up, doesn't hit anything. Here's Martinez. And Martinez struggling here early in the second set. Doesn't get that one to drop either. 5-2. As long as North Greenville keeps winning the points, Vau is going to keep serving it. And he finally loses his touch on that one. It sails out of bounds and back to Pfeiffer.
Looked like that one rolled off the inside of his hand just a little bit too much, and he started on the near side of the court and it went out all the way on the far side of the court, so quite a bit of spin on that serve.
Just couldn't get it, didn't have the fall right. And Pfeiffer struggling with service errors. Evan Blair misses that one. Here's Connor Ryan back for NGU. Harini, Lutz, near side Martinez, up off the block, drops. Dustin King a little out of position as it deflected off of Shenzing. Here goes Tinsky back for the Falcons. Child, Shenzing, Arliss, soft touch, gets the point for NGU. North Greenville looking a lot better to start off the second set.
Well, anytime you're leading, it's always good.
See if they can extend it. Here's Arliss. Line drive serve. Harini's able to handle it. And the block bounces off of McManaway and Shenzing. And Tinsky gets that one. Pfeiffer coming back, leads down to 2. And Martinez is back to serve. For Pfeiffer, King handles it, Shenzing will set it. Childs, far side, nobody home again in the middle for Pfeiffer. Look at John Childs.
He got behind that ball without any hesitation whatsoever. He crushed that right in the middle of the court.
Connor Ryan with a nice dig. He'll get it back, pop it over. Here's Harini. Been a while since we've seen him. And Pfeiffer will take the point. Fabio Denise back to serve for Pfeiffer. Serve in. King handles it. Here's Shenzing. Childs, far side. Block out of bounds off Pfeiffer. That's a point to North Greenville. Lutz and Blair can't keep it in. Shinzing goes back to serve. Up off the rafter. And you can see just saw head coach Lawson just throw his hands up in the air. You can't really help that as Martinez.
It comes down too fast for someone else to get over there most of the time. It hits the rafters. That's just part of the game.
So, well, Martinez will live to fight another day as Pfeiffer takes that point service out of bounds against North Greenville. It's a 3-point deficit to make up for Pfeiffer, and Lutz back to serve. Arles, and now here's Vailu, tried to go soft, couldn't get it over. And Pfeiffer was all over it, and they'll take the point.
Looked like the block there. I believe that was Serini threw Vailu off a little bit. He wanted to just tap it over, but couldn't quite get there. That block made him want to change his mind mid-flight, and they just couldn't make that happen.
Shinzing sets it for Childs, and Childs has got some firepower. Takes another point for North Greenville. North Greenville hanging on to a 3-point lead. It's 11-8. Childs on the serve, doesn't get it over the net. And here comes Harini to serve. King gets it before he gets to the ground. Now here's Vailu. And Pfeiffer unable to respond to him. Now Dustin King will head to the bench. Matthew McManaway checks back into the game. Vailu on to serve. And it catches. I think it caught Martinez in the shoulder. We have points to North Greenville. 13-9, it's a 4-point lead. North Greenville stretching their legs a little bit. That was what they were unable to do in the first set. Actually, either team unable to extend their advantage. And North Greenville continuing to tack on. It's a 5-point lead. Vailu with another ace.
They're doing a great job. We're about the halfway point. They've done a good job of maintaining the lead. They got out too early. They haven't let service errors catch up to them. And that's important, and that'll be crucial as you go throughout the game and throughout the season. It's maintaining the leads that you have built or even given to you by the other team.
Coach Battenfield with a nice touch, but fortunately that is out of play for North Greenville. Point will go to Pfeiffer as they had a nice rally on the far side. Blair in the serve. And bad contact as Arles had to go down to the court floor to try and get that one, just couldn't get underneath it in time. And Pfeiffer has cut the lead back to 3. Here is Blair. King, Shinzing will set it. Fake to McManaway. Arles gets it deflect off the block, and it's up off the rafter. Pfeiffer frustrated again with the rafters. North Greenville goes up 4. Ryan serves it in, Harini. Here's a set by Lutz. Martinez out of bounds. Now here's Ryan back to serve again. Harini diving save, they'll set it far side, and Arles does get the block. A 6-point lead for North Greenville, 17-11. And Pfeiffer wants a timeout. Coach Lawson will gather up his team and try to figure out how to reverse the tide. 17-11 lead for North Greenville. They have gone on a tear here in the second set. We'll take a break with them here on the North Greenville Sports Network. Bring you back to more action later on. Pfeiffer uses one of their 2 timeouts here in the second set to try and readjust and figure out what North Greenville has done differently in the second set. North Greenville has extended their lead to 6. At 17-11, they'll try to even the series up in sets at 1 here. And Harrison Lutz making sure that doesn't happen, trying to get Pfeiffer back into it. He'll get the point for the Falcons. Serve from Tinsky. Shinzing sets it to Ryan, and Harini one-handed save. And Martinez just sends it over. Here comes Shinzing again. Arliss, far side corner, cross court. Eklund's there as we have a whistle and
North Greenville player in the net.
Looks like that one's going to go against Arliss. Pfeiffer back within 4.
Coach Battenfield's not happy with that call, but I don't think it really matters whether he's happy with it or not.
Here's Shinzing, tried to get a quick hit, and a couple of nice one-handed saves will save the Falcons, and sent back over by Lutz. And now Childs comes flying in, again saved, this time by Martinez and Harini. That was Lutz, number 3, Lutz gets the Falcons back on 3.
Set. Harini with the kill on that.
Oh, that was Harini, all right.
Let's doing a good job in this game so far. Another one of the seniors that Coach Battenfield was talking about comes from Lancaster, Pennsylvania, which is Amish country.
Pfeiffer able to handle it for the moment. Here's Martinez. King up off the roof. Shinzing ready for it now. Arliss sends it over. Harini, a nice dig. They'll try again. Martinez pops it over. King saves that one. Here's Shinzing. They'll try back to Arliss. Up off the block. Eklund gets to it. Lutz to set, and Harini sends it right to Ryan. Somehow he's able to get that one. Now here's Child, sends it right to Harini. And a quick punch over will not be good for Pfeiffer. Double hit against the Falcons.
Quite a rally. Great job by both teams to stay with it. Had an excellent running back set by Alex Shinzing there. Keep that ball in play.
Arliss to serve. Handled by Martinez, not off the rafters. They'll give it back to him, and they'll get the point for Pfeiffer off the left hand of King. Makes it 18-15. It was a 6-point lead as at 17-11 as per the timeout. 4-1 run for Pfeiffer so far. They have the serve with Jonathan Martinez. Martinez into play. King to Shinzing. Here's McManaway. Near side corner. Nobody home for Pfeiffer. They'll get the point. Serve for McManaway. Lutz to set. And Vau able to hang on to it. Now Child sends it over. Another chance for the Falcons. Here comes Harini. It's in. Pfeiffer able to keep North Greenville in distance, but so far not able to completely close the gap.
This is where that experience comes into play. You've got another team breathing down your neck, and you have to be able to just hang on for just a few more points.
And service errors continue to haunt Pfeiffer. Fabio Denise cannot get it over, and it's 2016 in favor of North Greenville. Now here's Shinzing to serve. Lutz sets it for the Falcons. Harini up off the block of Ryan. Arliss goes back to get it. Here's Childs on the far side. He's blocked, but Arliss comes up to hang on to it. Now Ryan up and over Eklund and in play. Point for NGU.
Great job by Ryan to land that kill. He struggled through the last set. He's kind of a jack of all trades for North Greenville. He does everything pretty well, but he's not a featured, he's not your setter and he's not your featured hitter, but he does everything really well.
He really is kind of a utility player for North Greenville. 4-hit was called against North Greenville as John Childs couldn't hang on to it. And now Shinzing and Coach Battenfield arguing that it was 3 hits. I don't think they're going to get this one reversed.
Looked like Coach Battenfield may have been calling for a replay of the point. Last year we had Luke Carvel get carded a couple times, which doesn't really mean anything at all in volleyball. But they were still carded. And fun fact, Amber Shinzing is Coach Battenfield's new assistant coach this year, and is the older sister of the setter for North Greenville, Alex Shinzing. And Fred, it's a lot of fun to be in practice with them, just to watch those two and how they react to each other.
Great dig there by Shinzing, and now Aaron Campbell is into the ball game for North Greenville. Got his first touch there. Shinzing, Childs near side. A whistle and a point to NGU. Great job there by John Childs again. That last substitution, number 12, Aaron Campbell, is in the ball game. Freshman out of Brookline, New Hampshire. This is a guy you want to keep your eye on playing for North Greenville.
I anticipate him playing a bigger role as the year goes on, but in the future, he's a junior, sophomore, junior, senior year, I expect that he will have a very big impact on this North Greenville team. You can't teach being left-handed.
Really? That's right, that's right. Last point went to Pfeiffer. It's 22-18. North Greenville trying to take the second set. Here's Shinzing. Look to Arliss. It drops in across the court. Here's Vaiu back to serve. Can't get it over the net. Pfeiffer hanging around. 23-19. North Greenville needs 2 more. Blair serves. Here's Shinzing to Campbell. Well, there you go. Set point for North Greenville, courtesy of Aaron Campbell. He'll serve it. Here comes a set by Lutz, near side Martinez, stuffed, blocked. And up off the roof, and it's a dead ball foul, or the point goes to Pfeiffer.
Being left-handed enabled Campbell to really get behind that. It was a little bit outside, but his left hand was able to just get there. and it looked like they had a block. If he had been right-handed, it may have been blocked, but because it was left-handed, it came down outside of the blocker and landed for the point.
Pinsky to serve for the Falcons on set point. Childs, Shenzing, tries to go for the quick hit, and couldn't quite get the touch he wanted, and Pfeiffer getting back into it. 4 hits called against North Greenville. Pinsky to serve again. Sends it in. Here's King to Shenzing to McManaway, up off the block, and it's inbounds. Set number 2 will go to NGU, 25-21. So same score as set 1, just reverse the teams, and we're all even at 1 set apiece. We'll go to set number 3 and see which team can gain the upper hand.
Did a great job by North Greenville to stay with it, maintain the lead throughout the game. And they never let go. They got a hold of it. They hung on. That's what you're going to look for as the team gets more experienced, and being able to beat a good team at home is something you should be able to do. And this team so far did well this last set. It'll be interesting to see how it goes on in the 3rd set.
Still with a relatively young squad, it'll be good to get those freshmen, sophomores into the rotation, see what they can do. We got to see what Aaron Campbell can do. Even though it was 1 hit, it was a strong one, and it propelled North Greenville to the set win.
Absolutely. The majority of the team is still a sophomore, but I think adding John Childs, the grad student, that's just some age, maturity, and some experience that this team's going to be able to rely on in tight games, as well as the leadership that's developed from within.
So I think we'll step away for a short break, bring you set number 3 as North Greenville and Pfeiffer are tied up at a set apiece here on the North Greenville Sports Network. Great game going on between North Greenville University and Pfeiffer University in men's volleyball action to kick off the 2016 season in Conference Carolinas play. We're tied at 1 set apiece. Pfeiffer took the first one 25-21. North Greenville took the second one 25-21. Now into the 3rd set. This could be the early deciding factor and see who has the momentum going in to the final 2 or 1. As John Childs pushes that one over, catching the Falcons unaware. North Greenville goes up early 1-0.
If you're North Greenville, you really want to come away with a win in this game. Get started off 2-0 to the season. You beat Pfeiffer, conference powerhouse, Limestone, another good conference team, and you really establish yourself as a team to be reckoned with early on in the season.
And that would really be something to do in their second season of play. But they have to contend with Sonny Harini, who just got that last point for Pfeiffer, and it's tied up at 1. High toss by Harini, sends it in. King handles it, Shinzing will set it, near side, Campbell blocked. And nobody in the backcourt for North Greenville. Tinsky got a piece of that one.
And that was something we didn't see in the last set, in the first set that cost North Greenville 2 points. But in the second set when they won, we didn't see that. You had every player in front of the 10-foot line. They went behind the 10-foot line, and North Greenville loses the point.
And Martinez gets that one in as Arliss had a hard dig that went back over. And Martinez slapped it right down to the floor. And here comes Harini again. This one short and drops beautifully in front of King. Nobody could get to that one. And Pfeiffer, after North Greenville takes the first point, they're on a 4-0 run. Harini again. Hot hands this one, Childs handled it. Shinzing gives it right back to Childs, and he does not waste that one into the far side corner.
Shinzing put that right in the Childs' wheelhouse, and he was able to deliver.
That cuts the lead to 2, and Childs goes back to serve. Eklund loots to set. Here comes Harini, and he misses the corner. And McManaway giving a bit of a Heisman pose with a volleyball. Don't know if they have a Heisman award for volleyball. Be interesting though. 4-3, that one trims the net. And an ace for John Childs. They get the squad tied back up at 4. Childs serves it again, can't get this one over, and Pfeiffer's gonna get it back. They take the side out and earn the serve back on that service error. Now Blair to serve for Pfeiffer. Arliss, Shinzing at the net. Back to Arliss, a little bit off target. And a point to NGU. Officials had looked like they weren't sure who they were going to give it to, and we'll go with it. That was North Greenville's point. 5-5. There's Valu'u. And he got it to drop. No, he didn't. Linesman put his flag down as if it was in. Head official here at the net says no, it is a point to Pfeiffer. Tinsky. And that one is in. Now Pfeiffer goes up 2. Tinsky again, ready to serve, send it in. McManaway hits it back over. Childs able to handle the return fire, and now Campbell doesn't actually gets it to deflect off of a Pfeiffer player, and Campbell gets another point. The game against Limestone, it was McManaway and Childs, the top 2 in kills for North Greenville. McManaway, we had 14, and Childs right on his heels with 12. So far in this one, I'd say it's Valu'u and Childs. Pfeiffer having a point stays with North Greenville as, again, Pfeiffer coming to discuss something about the last point. Call remains the same. Here's Campbell on the serve. Too low into the net. Eight, 6, Pfeiffer up 2. Martinez on the serve. Childs here, Shinzing setting, McMahon away. Did he get it in? No. Trying to go back across his body and could not get it in. Martinez to serve. Low, but Childs gets to it. Shinzing trying to set, get it back in play. Campbell pops it over. Eklund, now Lutz, Harini gets blocked. McMahon away in on that one, as well as Shinzing. And King able to handle that shot from Tansky. Here's Campbell again, left-handed shot will drop and bounce off Martinez for a point. Great job by the 6'5" freshman. Arliss can't get it over, and now here in the third set, the service errors are shifting back to North Greenville and costing them. It's 10-7 Pfeiffer. We'll look to Denise to serve. Floated in, Arliss ready for it. Here's Shinzing the set, faking McMahon away. Here's Childs and sends it left out of bounds.
This could absolutely be a turning point in this game. You've got North Greenville, young team, falling behind in a third in what will be most likely a decisive set going into the fourth and possibly final set. And they're having trouble kind of staying in position a little bit. And that's something we'll see, just more experience. And this is just the skill, talent, and experience of 7 seniors in the top conference in Pfeiffer, top team in the conference in Pfeiffer, just kind of outplaying them right now.
North Greenville had a great rally. Campbell and Childs combining for at least 2 hits, but they can't take the point. Coach Battenfield takes his first time out here in the third set. Pfeiffer racing out to a 5-point lead, 12-7 in favor of the Falcons here on the North Greenville Sports Network. Pfeiffer with the serve and the lead, a 5-point lead for the Falcons, 12-7 here in the third set. And it's out of bounds from Denise. North Greenville catches a break. They'll get the serve back. First set, back and forth. North Greenville racing out to as many as 6-point lead in the second set. They eventually won by 4. Now here in the third set, Pfeiffer looking to do what North Greenville did. In that second set as McMahon away, serve sails out of bounds. Pfeiffer regains the serve back. And Lutz on the serve. To Childs, here Shinzing the set by Lutz, who taps it over right in the middle. And a point. Now Shinzing serves for North Greenville, trims the net, but makes it over. Now here is Ostinsky popping it over. King gets it ready. Vailu'u sends it over. It's set to Lutz, and now Harini. Did it touch North Greenville? No, it didn't. Harini sails it high and out of bounds. 13-10, favor of Pfeiffer.
Down by 3, this is a point you want to get you within 2 and possibly on the comeback trail.
And King, great dig on the shot from Blair. Harini, soft touch over, and King's able to get that one. Now here's Campbell, he gets blocked. And Pfeiffer takes that one, Harini and Blair.
2 back-to-back, excellent digs by Dustin King. His team is a different team without him. We saw that he missed a game last year, and the team struggled passing the ball. This year he's had another year to improve. He made 2 excellent plays to get under 2 very well-placed balls.
And Childs gets blocked. Blair in on that one again, and Tinsky. Second party. Harini all ready to serve. And Childs unable to get underneath it, and Pfeiffer goes up 5. North Greenville's got 1 timeout left. Pfeiffer has both of theirs for this set. Harini, wide to right, no good. (15-11), and John Childs drifts back for the serve. Sends it in. Lutz to set. Martinez far side. Blocked out of bounds by Campbell and Vailu'u. Pfeiffer jumps back up 5. Coach Lawson again talking with the far side official that's in line with the net. Now to the scores table. And now over here to the near side official.
Looks as though they're getting what they want out of the officials. I'm not sure what that is though. However, issues have now been resolved and we will resume volleyball. Never mind. Going to be taking a timeout.
Coach Battenfield calls a timeout, and I think Pfeiffer wanted a point added to the board as it's now 17-11. So I think the scores table may have missed a point somewhere, and Pfeiffer gets that corrected. It's now 17-11. Coach Battenfield burns a second timeout. 17-11 in favor of Pfeiffer here on the North Greenville Sports Network. Pfeiffer up 6. Evan Blair to serve it in. North Greenville trying to cut the deficit. Good way to start by Lu'u. Tight ropes the sideline with the ball and gets the lead down to 5. Floats the serve in. Here's a set by Lutz, near side. Block will not stay in bounds. Tinsky gets the point for Pfeiffer. So we move into the late game, 18-12. Pfeiffer looking to close this out with 7 more. Tinsky to serve. Arliss. Here comes Shinzing over. Back to Arliss. Over the net. Lutz sets it for the Falcons. Tinsky up off the block. Childs gets to it. Sends it back over. Lutz will set it again. And Martinez, great dig by King, but it bounces back. And North Greenville has to get it over. They do. Childs with that hit. Campbell, good dig. Shinzing sets. And Arliss gets stuffed by Denise. And Pfeiffer wins that battle. Here's Tinsky back again, sends it into play. Childs over the net and a quick hit taken. And Denise gets a point for the Falcons. Colt North Greenville out of position.
King came flying up from the back row and just unable to get there in time.
2012 in favor of Pfeiffer. Substitution. Childs out. And we have Grayson Lawrence, another freshman for North Greenville. Out of Richmond, Virginia.
Lawrence, freshman, I'd look for him to also make a big impact, just about as big as Aaron Campbell in the future. A very good volleyball player.
An official pulled out a yellow card. I think that was a warning though.
But now's a great time for him to get some experience.
Tinsky serving for Pfeiffer. Lawrence gets his first touch. He handles the serve. And Arliss way out of bounds on a point to Pfeiffer. Serve again by Tinsky. Lawrence gets that one. Shinzing sets it. McManaway punches it over, and Pfeiffer can't keep it in bound. Eklund sends it over the head of Harini, and North Greenville gets that point. Still a long way to go, though. Then they are out of timeouts. Campbell serves. Eklund handles it. Lutz sets. Here comes Denise getting that point for Pfeiffer. Now Pfeiffer 3 away, ruling the third set. And this, if the current trend holds, Pfeiffer will have quite the push going into the fourth set.
They'll have much more of a push than either team did going into the sets after their win, because they've had a solid lead throughout most of this game.
McManaway gets it in bounds. Point to North Greenville. (22-14). Here's Arliss. He'll go back to serve. Low serve. Eklund gets to it. Lutz sets, and Harini pushes it over. Arliss handles it. Here's Shinzing on the set, and Lawrence pushes it over. Pfeiffer is able to dig it up. Harini pushes it over. Out of bounds, though. It's now 15. Pfeiffer's got 22. They're 3 away. It's stalling out here a little bit. Arliss serves, and an ace. Caleb Arliss. 22-16, and
it's important for North Greenville that they make as much of a comeback if they can. Even if they can't come away with a win, you want to have some sort of momentum going into the fourth set. You don't want to just let Pfeiffer just come in and just kind of walk all over you and have all the momentum.
Denise gets a deflection off of Campbell, and Pfeiffer takes the serve back. That side out.
But it's also important to remember that it is not over until it is over.
And even some cases, it's still not over even then. Good serve by Denise. Tenzing sets McMahon away, inbounds, and the point. And now Silas Jenkins, he always comes in the late game. Here he comes. Remember calling him the closer last year when North Greenville was ahead, but unfortunately not a safe situation. And Blair will get that point as it skies over almost all the way out the door off of Arliss.
He's probably more like that reliable middle reliever that you can put in just about any situation to set up for a close.
Yeah, the late reliever that sets up the closer. I like that. Great dig there by Lutz. Got his fingertips underneath it. Now here comes Campbell. He can't get it. Harini gets blocked, and it is a point to North Greenville by Lu'u. Gets in there on that one. It is set point for Pfeiffer at 24-18 now. Shinting the serve. And bounces off the net. Pfeiffer unable to respond to it. Harini came over to try and hit it, but it was sailing away from him.
Pfeiffer looking a little bit flat-footed late in this game.
Still set point. Here's Shinting on the serve. The set and the shot blocked. Lawrence getting involved on that block as Blair couldn't get it over. 24-20. Pfeiffer has had set point the last 3 times, and North Greenville has taken that chance away. Shinting sends it in. The set by Lutz. Near side, Harini didn't get it in. Leads down to 3. Let's see if head coach Lawson calls a timeout. I believe he will. Oh no, that was a point to Pfeiffer. Okay.
The referee overruled the call.
So Pfeiffer will take the 3rd set after the call gets reversed to 25-20. So they will go up 2-1. And in the 4th set, they will have a chance to win it. And North Greenville will have to try and extend it to a race to 15 in the 5th set. And now, try and see if we can send it down to Gabby and get another courtside interview with head coach Battenfield for North Greenville.
Looks like Coach Battenfield's finishing up some of his coaching responsibilities in between sets. This is when, if you're a North Greenville team, you're young, you come in, you got some freshmen in, and it looks like we're ready to go down to Gabby.
Well, I do want to at least get Gabby involved, get involved here and see if she's heard or seen anything that we might not have from up here. And now here we are.
Hey guys, this is Gabrielle Finelli reporting live with the North Greenville Sports Network. I'm back with Dr. Battenfield. So let's talk about number 12, Aaron Campbell. He is a freshman, and for a freshman, he gets a lot of playing time, and he definitely deserves it. Could you tell me a little bit about what he brings to the court and how he flows with all the other players?
Well, Aaron is very athletic. He jumps extremely well. He's got long arms. He's a left-hander. That's a unique quality in volleyball. He's a very inexperienced player. We're just trying to get him to see if we can do some of that athleticism at the net. I'm going to go back to Connor Ryan in this game to see if Connor's experience will get us back in the game. We had a huge letdown in that game. Now we're down 2-1. We got to step back up and see if we can win. But now we'll see if what we're made of here. This is one of the best teams in the league and in the country, and we'll see if we belong.
Oh yeah, well we're excited, and you get back to your team. Back to you guys.
And North Greenville did win a 5th set contest against Limestone at Limestone over in Gaffney. So
this is a great measuring stick game. You're going to find out when it's all over where do you line up in the conference. This is the best team in the conference, arguably, and how do you line up against them? Next year a lot of Pfeiffer seniors are going to be graduating, and it may be time for a changing of the guards in the Conference of Carolina. But this is where you'll just see kind of earn your stripes, the young North Greenville team, and see if you can rally the troops and get back in this one.
North Greenville did make the conference tournament. They were the number 8 seed, and they did have to go play Pfeiffer again in the first round of the conference tournament. So North Greenville, no strangers to playing Pfeiffer at all last season, and this will indeed be a great opportunity to see where they stack up down the stretch against a high-quality conference opponent. Arliss, Shinzing, Childs, King, Ryan, and Vailu'u will start off on the floor for NGU in the 4th set. Shinzing to get us underway. And here comes Pfeiffer for their first response. Harini dug up by King. Now Childs on the far side gets a block, but out of bounds. And North Greenville takes the first set point. Now Shinzing again. Lutz will set it. Blair blocked by Vailu'u. 1-on-1, and Vailu'u takes the matchup. Now Shinzing 3 straight serves to start off the set. Here comes Lutz to set again. Near side, Harini blocked back by Ryan. Pfeiffer with a chance to respond. No, he'll get it. Harini will get a second shot. King handles it. Shinzing sets. Arliss comes up and cannot get it in bounds. That'll be Pfeiffer's first point. And now Lutz to serve. Arliss to Shinzing. Near side, here's Childs. And Harini's able to hang on to it. And he'll get it back, send it over, and it does touch the floor as King almost had what would have been maybe his 3rd or 4th great dig, but Pfeiffer ties it up at 2.
If you're Pfeiffer, you really want to get out to a lead early on. Being a young team, North Greenville's going to feed off a lot of momentum and emotion. Already down by 1 set. This is possibly the final and decisive set. If you're Pfeiffer, you get out to a lead. You put North Greenville deeper in the hole, and you walk out of here with a win. But if you let North Greenville linger, they have the potential to come back in and win this set.
Shinzing has to set, and Vailu'u can't get it in, and Pfeiffer jumps out to a 2-point lead. As you're right, Caleb, this can be the final deciding set. Pfeiffer can win it all right here. Lutz serves it, and North Greenville will catch a break, get the serve back, down 1. Childs to serve, handled by Martinez. Now far side, Harini. Great job by Shinzing to hang on to it, and Vailu punches it over. And now Martinez cannot respond. For Pfeiffer, North Greenville ties it up at 4. Great job there. Now here's Childs. Eklund handles it. Here comes Tinsky. Shinzing sends that one. Doesn't hit the roof though. Here's Arliss comes over. Nice diving save by Martinez. And Harini with another surefire point for the Falcons. Pfeiffer goes back out in front. Here is Harini, service error, he didn't get it over.
This game is looking a lot like the first set. If you weren't with us, Pfeiffer was able to pull out the victory there by 4 points, but neither team was able to get ahead until late in the game.
Laiu serves it. Eklund, here's Lutz to set. Blair blocked by McManaway. That now the lead back to NGU. Here comes back to serve again, sends it in. Martinez sends that one high and still didn't hit anything, and he'll get the return set. Now here's Arliss, and nobody home in the middle of the court again. Loops out of position. It's 7-5. Favor NGU.
Great kill by Arliss. That was placed right in his wheelhouse, and he absolutely crushed it right into the middle of the court.
Here comes Laiu again. This one too high and out. And this is going a lot like the first set. Nobody able to gain a real decisive advantage. North Greenville found the advantage in the second set. Pfeiffer found it in the third. Now I wonder which way this one's gonna go. Arliss gets blocked. Denise and Tinsky hook up for that one, and they'll tie it up at 7. Blair looking to serve. Out of bounds. (8-7). North Greenville goes back out in front per the service error. Now here's Ryan to serve. Lutz sets it far side. Tinsky catching Childs out of position, and Pfeiffer's right back at 8. Tinsky into the net. Now lead it, the lead again, seesawing back and forth.
Had a lot of service errors in this game, especially from the Pfeiffer side. Quite a few blocks. Not a great game if you're a hitter.
This one off the roof. Childs gets the bounce, but Ryan cannot send it over. That's about the only time I've ever seen the roof be helpful.
Well, when it came off the roof, it came off a little bit faster than Ryan is used to normally hitting at. It's coming down instead of up like it normally would in a set, and that's why it landed in the net. It was really low.
And Pfeiffer almost pulled off a miracle shot as it bounced off the rafter. And then, see if I can get this right in order. Lutz, Tinsky, and Harini. And on that last shot, Harini could not make it over the net, so the point went to NGU. And Pfeiffer's able to keep that one alive. Harini up for the block. Now Child sends it over. Eklund digs it up. Here's Harini again. Point to Pfeiffer. Last touch by North Greenville as that one went sailing out. We're up to 10 and we're still tied. Denise will serve. Shinzing set for North Greenville. Far side, Valu'u. Blocks back. Arliss keeps it inbounds. Here's Ryan, and he'll get the point. Now Shinzing serves for North Greenville. Lutz sets for the Falcons. And Tinsky up off the block, and North Greenville unable to keep it alive as King came sliding in, collided with Valu'u. And Valu'u slow to get up, but he does.
King almost took someone's shoe to the face.
I think that was Valu'u. That was why he was careful getting up. King slid into him.
You can hear the crowd in the background, and they were a big help late in the year, last year, especially for weeknight games the weekend, so not as many fans here as there would be on a weeknight.
That shot from Pfeiffer called out. Point to North Greenville. Childs goes back to serve. Eklund handles it. Lutz sets for the Falcons. Quick flip, out of bounds. No good from Blair.
And this is the first 2-point lead we've had since the beginning of the game.
Childs will serve. Harini handles it. Set from Lutz. Martinez gets it. Right down Main Street, and Pfeiffer chips away at the lead. It's back down to 1. Harini back to serve for the Falcons now. Trims the net. King able to get to that one just in time. Arliss on the far side gets it in. Harini too far back to respond to that one. 14-12 North Greenville.
Perfect placement on that kill. Could not have placed that any better.
Look to Valu'u. Eklund straight up. Lutz comes up to set. Martinez off of Valulu, and a point to Pfeiffer. Now Blair will serve for Pfeiffer, sends it in. Childs to Shinzing, quick flip to McManaway, one hands it over, and Harini cannot bring it down. 15-13.
McManaway with kind of a hook shot there. I don't think it was going to land in, but Harini touched it. And the point will go to North Greenville.
All right, Harini had trouble bringing that one down, and McManaway and Shinting stuffed that one back. 16-13. Ryan sends it into play. And McManaway again gets the block against Fabio Denise. 17-13. Timeout Pfeiffer. I think that was a good time for a timeout from Coach Lawson. His team suddenly down 17-13. North Greenville feeling it now. They're up 4 over Pfeiffer, trying to even the sets up and send it to a 5th and final deciding set here on the North Greenville Sports Network. Greenville up 4, trying to take the 4th set. Pfeiffer, of course, trying to win it and the game. Ryan serves it in, start us off after the timeout. And Pfeiffer still having trouble finding the backcourt line. Dan Tinsky sends that one out. 18-13 North Greenville. Crusaders still with 2 timeouts. Pfeiffer after that last one with 1. There's Denise getting that point for the Falcons, trying to turn the tide back into their favor. 18-14, 4-point lead for NGU. We'll look to Tinsky to serve. Sends it in to Childs. Here's Shinzing on the set. Far side, Arliss hammers that one down. That's a point for NGU. (19-14). Arliss to serve. Low, but Harini gets to it. Arliss with the dig that time. Good dig there by Tinsky. And Harini has to send it over. Ryan, Shinzing tries to go for the quick hit. Can't get it. And this one will drop. Inbounds from Denise. Make it 19-15 after that point for Pfeiffer. Martinez drifts back to serve. King handles it. Here's Shinzing to set. Look to McManaway. Punched up by Lutz. Eklund sets. Harini swats at it. And a point to Pfeiffer. (19-16). Pfeiffer's back on 3. Shinzing sets. McManaway. As it's sent right back by Martinez. Not done yet though. Here's Childs. He gets blocked. King's right behind him. Shinzing comes up to hang on to it. Again, it's blocked. That one by Denise. Here's Childs again. Now Pfeiffer will have a chance to set up a return shot. Harini off the block out of bounds and a point to Pfeiffer. And the Falcons are coming back.
An experienced team like Pfeiffer, you can never count them out. And that timeout has turned the tables a little bit, and I suspect if they win this point, we'll see a timeout from Dr. Battenfield to try to circle the wagons a little bit and let's let's close out this game.
You have 2%. They have to use them wisely, and what most coaches do indeed end up doing is when a team goes on a big run, they'll call timeout, try and stop it, and see if they can get the mojo back. And so far, Pfeiffer looks like they've done that so far. Martinez serves for Pfeiffer. Childs to Shinzing. He goes for the quick hit, can't get it over. Or he does get it over. Now Pfeiffer will set it up for a return. King handles that shot from Harini. Now here comes Arliss. He gets blocked by Denise.
Excellent read by Denise to see that coming right up the middle from Arliss.
Timeout NGU. So Pfeiffer comes back to within 1, and now North Greenville takes a timeout to see if they can channel the same energy that Pfeiffer did. Sees the momentum back. It's 19-18. North Greenville 1-point lead here on the North Greenville Sports Network. North Greenville taking a timeout to see if they can get the momentum back. This shot going into the bleachers, but Childs gets to it before it can. Eklund with the diving save. McManaway punches it back. And now Pfeiffer's going to return it, and a point to North Greenville. A double hit against the Falcons. A little bit of breathing room, 2018 for NGU. Here's McManaway on the serve. To Eklund, Lutzel set, and sit right back by Fabio Denise. Denise goes back to serve. Childs to Shinzing, and they'll go back to Childs on the far side. This one handled by Tinsky on the dig. Here's Harini out of bounds. Shinzing back to serve for NGU. Here it comes. Harini able to get it at the net. Send it over. Shinzing sets. Now near side. Ryan gets it to drop. Past Harini and Blair. The 22-19. Timeout. Pfeiffer. That's their last one. Great set. This fourth one is between North Greenville and Pfeiffer. 22-19. Pfeiffer burns their last time out to try and get anything they can back into their tank here on the North Greenville Sports Network. North Greenville needs 3 more. Pfeiffer needs 6 more points to finish out the 4th set. North Greenville up right now. Pfeiffer did use their last time out to see some momentum back. It worked last time. Not looking so great this time. Valu'u gets the block at the net. Makes it 23-19.
That point is especially crucial. It reduces the margin. Compared to almost 0 for Pfeiffer.
Shinzing on the serve. Lutz sets it for the Falcons. Here's Harini. Arliss gets to it. Now Childs has a shot. Out of bounds. Point NGU. They'll have a set point. 24-19. One more. Here's Shinzing on set point. Lutz comes back to set it from Martinez, and Tinsky gets it to drop past Arliss. Pfeiffer stays alive, 24-20. Now Lutz serves. Arliss to Shinzing. Looks like Childs here on the near side. Punched right back by Martinez, out of bounds. Fourth set goes to North Greenville, 25-20. We're all tied up. We're gonna need 5 in the first to 15. To win by 2, that is. We'll take it. We'll step away for a short break here on the North Greenville Sports Network and bring you back the 5th and final set. Back here on the North Greenville Sports Network, where North Greenville facing a 5th and final set against the defending champions of the Conference Carolinas, the Pfeiffer Falcons out of North Carolina. Before we get underway, let me just say it has been a fantastic job what North Greenville has done to at least contain number 4, Sonny Harini. They haven't been able to completely shut him down, but ever since that first set where Harini was just tearing it up all over the place, they have done a wonderful job of being able to contain him and forcing Pfeiffer to find other players to try and get open.
Yeah, I believe that has a lot to do with going to a double block instead of a single block at the net and enabling and not giving him as much room to hit the ball.
But now North Greenville needs to step up one more time. Here's Shinzing. He'll send it in.
Neither team has won 2 sets.
That's right. As Pfeiffer takes that point.
And it is more important in the 5th set more than any other set to get out to a fast start. You have less margin error. You're going to 15 points. And if you can get out to a 6-point run, you can almost put the other team away.
There's Vailu'u putting some mustard on that one, sending it right down and tying it up at 1. Here's Child, serves it in. Saved by Martinez. Blair sends that one to King. It bounces off the rafter. Child's adjust. Here's Arliss off the Pfeiffer's Eklund, and a point for North Greenville. If Eklund hadn't dived for that one may have gone out. Tough call to make, but it's a point to North Greenville, 2-1. Child's back again. Sends it in, out of bounds though. Service error is a prevalent issue early in the season. Both North Greenville and Pfeiffer will have to work on that down the stretch. Harini back to serve. Trims the net, King gets to it. Shinzing sets, far side Arliss. Off of Martinez, a whistle. And no official call yet, but now point to Pfeiffer. Harini back for a second serve. Out of bounds. 3-3. Vailu'u now back to serve. This one low and inbounds. Ace. Great job by Vailu'u, finding it where nobody was for Pfeiffer. He'll have another serve. Sends this one in to Harini. Lutes the set, near side, Martinez stuffed back but out of bounds. McManaway and Arliss. A little too much power on the block. It's 4-4.
And this is a game where you really got to rely on the players who've delivered for you all game to deliver for you again. The Dustin Kings, Matt McManaways, the Luga Blues. Those are the players that are going to have to come through for you here in this game if you want to come out with a victory.
Here's Shinzing setting. They'll go to Childs, and he gets it to drop off of Blair for a point. 5-4. Ryan back to serve. Here it comes to Martinez. Lute set. They go near side Martinez. This one popped up. King gets to it. Here comes Shinzing. Near side looking for Ryan. Up off the block. Held on to for the moment by Pfeiffer, but off the light. And Eklund lost it. (6-4) North Greenville. Ryan again to serve. This one popped up by Harini. Lute sets near side Martinez. Inbounds and point to Pfeiffer.
Dr. Battenfield not happy with the call. He says it was out by probably 2.5, 3 inches, but he's not unable to persuade the referee to agree with him.
Pinsky serving for Pfeiffer to Childs. Here's Shinzing the set. Looks like far side Arliss. This one blocked. And Pfeiffer again as it bounced off the block and stayed in North Greenville territory. We're tied at 6. Dan Tinsky again will serve. Trims the net, handled by Arliss. Shinzing sets, back to Arliss, and right down Main Street. 7-6, North Greenville inches back out in front.
The Crusaders have become much better at hitting this year than they were even last year. And adding Arliss has helped a lot. He's been doing the same thing all game long, and that's been hitting it straight down the middle.
He's back to serve. Eklund handles it, Lutz sets, far side. Tinsky, Arliss gets the dig, and now here comes Childs. He gets blocked, and it's out of bounds by Pfeiffer. And North Greenville will take a 2-point lead as we'll switch ends of the court at 8-6. A lot of support here for North Greenville on a Saturday afternoon. Six is the lead. We continue after North Greenville switches ends. North Greenville now on the right. Pfeiffer on the left. Arliss to serve. Sends it in. Handled by Martinez. Lutz sets. Goes back to Martinez. King comes up with the dig. And it's out of bounds as Childs. Actually, no, it is a point to North Greenville. No, it's a point to Pfeiffer. Official went with the wrong arm. But great job by Childs for not giving up, trying to get it back over, but unfortunately had to run all the way to the Pfeiffer side. So 8-7. And Martinez will serve out of bounds. That's one you can't let get away from you. 9-7 North Greenville. Substitution, here comes Silas Jenkins.
The steady-handed middle reliever of North Greenville men's volleyball.
A setup man, here he comes. He's on to serve. Lutz sets, far side Harini, and Harini gets back in. And no, point to North Greenville.
Off the antenna on the far side.
Coach Lawson now coming up to the officials as Crusaders momentarily take a 10-7 lead. Looks like it will stand. Jenkins again to serve. Sends it in. Eklund up to Lutz, and great shot by Denise. Makes it 10-8.
Denise has come on very strong in the fourth set especially, and coming into the fifth and final set of this game has played a big role.
6'5", senior out of Brazil. Now here on the near side, here's Childs, gets the point. Bounced it off of Tinsky. 11-8. Now Shinzing serves. Here comes the set from Lutz by Pfeiffer. Harini. Out of bounds. Point North Greenville. Timeout Pfeiffer.
What a game for North Greenville. They've come on, played so well through the fifth set, came back, won the fourth set to force the fifth one after a third set that was really kind of a letdown. And just great job. Cannot say anything more about how fantastic their job is sticking with it. Incredibly resilient, and it's a very different team than what we saw last year.
Yeah, back at the end of that third set, you had to be wondering, is that going to stick around in the North Greenville's players' minds? Great to see it didn't. They moved on quickly, got that fourth set. Now here we are in the fifth set, sitting at 12-8 as North Greenville leads the defending conference champions. The Pfeiffer Falcons 12-8 trying to close it out.
But I will say, Pfeiffer again incredibly experienced, came out of the timeout in the fourth set, went on a run. They're 7 points away from winning. North Greenville's 3 points away. And really, neither team can afford to let the other team get on a run at this point in the game.
This roster is absolutely loaded with seniors and juniors. And they're going to need to step up, use that leadership for Pfeiffer.
The raw talent on this year's North Greenville team compared to last year's North Greenville team is leaps and bounds ahead of what it was.
Shinzing back to serve, sends it in to Martinez. Lutz goes back to set it, near side, and Tinsky. Arliss gets the dig. Here's Ryan, bounced off the block. Again, Tinsky gets to it. Lutz tries to go quick hit, and he's blocked by Childs. Boy, Childs has been a wonderful addition to this team. 13-8. Shinzing to serve again. Floats it in. Eklund, Lutz, and Blair gets the point for Pfeiffer. 13-9. Here is Lutz to King. Shinzing sets it. Fake to Ryan, far side. Childs gets it in. Match point, North Greenville, 14-9.
Shinzing called that play before this set. Tigerville got back, looked like he was going to come up, and he went with the back set to Childs.
Childs is back to serve. Match point. Comes a serve. Eklund. Lutz sets, near side Harini gets it in. Pfeiffer, 14-10. Sonny Harini back to serve. Comes the serve. Childs goes down. Shinzing. Here comes Vailulu. He gets blocked by Blair. Still match point. North Greenville running out of chances, though. Harini back-to-back serve, sends it in. King, Shinzing, near side, and inbound! Arliss, no! Another point to Pfeiffer. Timeout, North Greenville. As Arliss, I guess, I think Arliss was too far out. 14-12.
I don't know if they're trying to give us all of us a heart attack in this game, trying to make it as tight as they possibly can.
Well, we've had 25-21 2 times. We've had 25-20 2 times.
This is Dr. Bradfield just like, calm down, tell the team to calm down, relax, let's get 1 point. That's all you have to get is 1 point. You don't want to let Pfeiffer back into this. You don't want to go into a situation where it's kind of like deuce in tennis, where you're constantly fighting back and forth for the advantage. You just want to close out the game, let's get out of here, and let's start out 2-0. But the Cardiac Crusaders may not let that happen. We don't know.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
It's okay if someone wants to use that for any marketing material or anything. They're more than welcome to take it.
Still match point, 14-12 in favor of North Greenville. Harini to serve for the Falcons. Here's Harini on the serve to King. Shinzing sets it. Far side Ryan. Harini with the dig. Lutz sets. Far side Martinez. And King Childs knocks it back up. And this is on live balls. It bounces off the air conditioning. And a point to Pfeiffer. Second timeout, North Greenville. Last chance for match point before a tied ball game. 14-13 we sit at. Last chance for North Greenville to win it by 2 before we end up tied. We're at 14-13, fifth and final set. North Greenville and Pfeiffer have been back and forth the whole match. Match point, still North Greenville. Harini to serve. He'll send it in. King gets it. Here's Shinzing to set. Near side Arliss blocked. Blair got a piece of it, and I think Lutz as well. And here comes Pfeiffer. Tied at 14. Sonny Harini on the serve. King. Here's Shinzing. Far side by Lu'u. Again blocked. Martinez on that one, and now match point Pfeiffer. This might be one of the greatest comebacks in Pfeiffer men's volleyball history if they can pull it off.
And I'm sure there's no one else they'd rather have serving the ball right now. Sonny Harini, arguably their best player, taking the serve.
They'll send it in. Arliss, Shinzing, back to Arliss here near side. Ball popped up, and point North Greenville. Blocked out of bounds, Blair and Tinsky. Tied at 15. Vailu'u back to serve. Vailu'u sends it in. Pops straight up off the roof. Point North Greenville. Nothing you can do about that one. Vailu'u put all the heat he could into that one. Match point NGU. Timeout Pfeiffer. That's our last one. Both teams out of timeouts. So got a feeling after this timeout,
we will decide it on a winner after this timeout.
That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it.
What a game.
Whew. This one might end up going 25 after all.
Two incredibly closely matched teams in this game. It just goes to show how far North Greenville's come over the past year. What a year of practice and playing together will do for a team, especially adding some missing pieces over the offseason, adding a couple other good hitters in Childs and Arliss, really strengthened up the team as a whole. We saw that with the women's volleyball team, as they only had 2 good hitters, but throughout the year they were able to develop a couple more. but North Greenville men's team has done a fantastic job in this game. Just staying tough and staying with it.
And they want to keep this up. They started last season strong, but kind of fell flat toward the end of the season. Got into the playoffs, but you know Coach Battenfield's going to want to keep that up all season. Taking on two good. Actually, everybody in the conference is really great. Pfeiffer included, Limestone. And here's Vailu on the serve. Sends it in, into the net. Really bad timing on that one. 16-16. Serve with Pfeiffer and Evan Blair. Blair on the serve to King. Here's Shinzing setting. Far side Ryan, blocked back. Childs gets it. Here's Shinzing again, near side Arliss, blocked. And point to Pfeiffer. Tinsky getting to that one.
Like that bounced off Arliss, off the top of his leg, and then out.
Match point Pfeiffer. Blair to serve. This might be it. Here's Blair. Childs, Shinzing, McManaway. Pfeiffer able to save it. Harini. Now Martinez. King with a diving save. Arliss sets. Now here's Childs, and he gets it in! Boy, Dustin King saved the ball game for North Greenville.
He has come through again and again and again throughout this game, getting some digs that no one else could.
Now here's a return shot by Pfeiffer, blocked by McManaway, but Eklund got to it. Now Martinez blocks back up, out of bounds. Ryan keeps it alive. Here's Childs, and Shinzing pops it over. Gets blocked though. Now Childs again. Arliss blocked. Denise and Tinsky. And match point again to Pfeiffer. Now can Tinsky finish it for Pfeiffer? Here's his serve. Inbound! That's it. That's your ball game, folks. Dan Tinsky wins it for the Falcons on the near side corner ace.
What a letdown for North Greenville. That's a disappointing loss. Pfeiffer used their experience, and they were able to shut down Caleb Arliss late in the game. They shifted to double block, and he was unable to really land any hits late in the game, and that was a large part of what affected the game. Throughout the game, he'd been very reliable, but late in the game, he just couldn't pull it off.
And Sonny Harini made a angry comeback in that fifth set.
He did. And for North Greenville, you hate to say that that's a moral victory, but because that means you didn't get the victory, but it wasn't a moral victory. They came out and they took a Conference Carolina championship caliber Pfeiffer team to 5 sets, took them beyond 15, but just could not pull it out. And that's something that we'll see change going into the future, just as the team adds more and more experience.
Pfeiffer improves to 2-0. North Greenville falls to 1-1, 2 games into this young men's volleyball season.
But Dustin King, absolutely player of the game. He came through again and again and again with some incredible digs and dives that just to save the play and enable them to continue going on.
And this team will definitely have plenty more chances down the road. Next up for Coach Battenfield and his young team, men's volleyball against Erskine College here at home on the 25th. That is our next men's volleyball broadcast, 7 p.m. January 25th against Erskine, our next home broadcast of men's volleyball. Of course, but our next broadcast will be January 23rd, men's and women's basketball against Emmanuel College next Saturday at 2 and 4. Then men's volleyball against Erskine at 7. Men's and women's basketball on the 26th and 29th. And now Gabby is down courtside with the winning coach of this matchup, Paul Lawson, for the Pfeiffer Falcons. Gabby, when you're ready, take it away.
This is Gabrielle Finale reporting with the North Greenville Sports Network. I'm here with the head coach of Pfeiffer. Congratulations, what an intense game. What are your feelings right now on this game?
To be honest with you, North Greenville, your team, they should have beat us. We had so many errors that were given to them, and it's kind of good. You guys have a good team, and how we pull that out, I don't even know. So now I need to be worried about next time when you guys come to our place and play us. I mean, you guys got a great time. It was fun.
It was such an honor to play you and such an exciting game, and we look forward to playing at your court soon enough.
I like having you guys there. Your team has great sportsmanship. I love your coach. He's a good friend of mine too. So you guys keep rocking. I want to see you guys go a lot farther. I mean, it's a fun match.
Such an intense sport. I was saying earlier, both of the coaches here are so calm. You're so calm, and so is our coach. So thank you so much for coming today.
Oh, not a problem. Thank you. God bless.
Back to you guys.
I got to give a shout out to head coach Paul Lawson and his Pfeiffer squad. They really did do a good job. Both their whole team and assistant coaches Chris Kimura and Krista McCall. Good job by Pfeiffer, and they'll look to go defend their conference Carolina's championship later on here in 2016.
Absolutely great game by North Greenville as well. It's unfortunate we weren't able to pull out the win, but this could be a great matchup for years to come.
As well as North Greenville will look to continue there. Even though they lost the match, they will look to continue their progress and gain experience. That's about all you can do as men's volleyball gains a foothold across the South, not just here at North Greenville and in the state of South Carolina and in the states of South and North Carolina, but across the whole South as a whole. So we thank you for listening to this exciting, really exciting men's volleyball matchup. Catch us next Saturday, basketball doubleheader against Emmanuel, as North Greenville women's team looks to climb back into the conference race, and the men's basketball team also down in the hole looks to climb the ladder back up to defend their conference championship from a year ago next Saturday at 2 and 4. And then the men's volleyball team will take back to the court against Erskine here on the 25th at 7 p.m. Be sure to check out ngcrusaders.com. We have a direct link to our broadcast here on Ustream, as well as our schedule under web broadcasts on the page as well. And then you can look at other teams and news. Softball getting ready to start. Softball team in the house. They'll be starting up at their new facility. Baseball practicing as well. That team and head coach Landon Powell will look to defend their conference championship from a year ago. So we thank you for listening to this production of men's volleyball here on the North Greenville Sports Network. We hope to catch you next Saturday right here on Ustream and the North Greenville Sports Network.